people are looking for answers from other people, but the questions come from within them. What makes you think that the answers will not come from within themselves? Because that is the source of the question. It has to be the source of the answer. The most insignificant thing is what makes the most significant significant. Life is not static. What God promises you is motion, and motion comes with more clarity. My sister wants to tell you something. Be nice.
Hi guys, we are organizing a group cooking event that will be at 87 Mall along Yakwe. You are all welcome to attend the event. It will be on 2nd August. It will be on a Saturday. And to register, click the link below and make sure that you attend the event. It will be fun. Come, let us enjoy together. You're all welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for being nice.
What is Primordial Shoes?
Primordial Shoes is a poem about our original state of being, like the way we are created at the beginning and how we should present ourselves with the passing of time. You know, with the passing of times, the people adapt to attitudes, and attitudes clouds reality. You understand? So primordial is going back to that reality that was your essence, actually, your essence, your real self, the essence of your being. That is primordial, the origin. Yeah. So Primordial Shoes is about walking in your original shoes and knowing your essence as it is. Yeah.
Attitudes are learned. It's part of the social programming of life.
Yeah.
Since we can't avoid them,
Yeah.
and we can't avoid the people we interact with,
Yeah.
especially in childhood.
Yeah.
Because that's where most of our attitudes get
Yeah.
from. How then can we go back to our primordial shoes?
That's the point of the poem, because as a child, you don't know what the world is all about. So as a child, you protect yourself from things that harm you, and you go after things that you like. So that is where attitudes are developed. But when you grow up, you find that these restrictions that you've put yourself as things to run from and things to go after, they are not fulfilling. There's a void that you're trying to fill that you have not come to terms with. And that void is what actually directs your original self. It's like people, we are addicted to attitudes because you're searching for connection. And the connection you're searching for is not the connection between you and another person or you and a material thing. It's between you and your creator. So once that connection is gotten, I feel like you can get your original, once you get your connection between you and your creator, you can get your original essence as long as you walk the path of communion with your creator. Yeah. You can get your essence back with time because it's a process. And it's a process because there's no void or interval between you and your creator. You have to go through. There's no jumping a step. You have to go through each step of realization, of getting back, of unlearning what you learned when you are a child. So it's a step-by-step situation. You can't miss any step, and that at the end of it all, you'll find that the journey was worth it and you are whole. Yeah. And when you're whole, you're back to your primordial essence. Yeah.
So I want to ask two questions.
Yeah.
One about God.
Yeah.
Remind me if I forget. And then the first one is you've talked of the steps back to God.
Yeah.
One of them being unlearning.
Yeah.
What are the other steps?
Those are personal steps because everybody has their own attitudes and ideas and maladaptions in life. So they are personal. It's your personal journey in life with God. So once you find God, and you're not going to find him totally and whole at once, you're going to find it in a small, shrill voice that doesn't seem like it's God. But once you follow that voice, that voice is going to teach you through the steps, and the steps are personal. No one can define for you this one and this the next step to move on this. No, you are going through a spiritual journey, and you cannot depreciate that understanding with mundanity. It is spiritual, so it's about you growing consciously and having new eyes all the time, new realization all the time. You reach a threshold, you pass a threshold, and at the end of it all, you'll see that you are seeing totally and clearer, and no one could teach you. It is your own journey. So the steps are between you and God. So the other question was?
God. How then do you know I've attained God or reached God?
God is ever present. There is no one outside there who is not searching for God. It doesn't have to be a Christian God or a Hindu God or an Islam God or any other God. We are searching for God, everyone, and everything that even the atheist has God to go against. You understand? Everyone is searching for God. There's no narrative that has no God in it. God is life. You understand? People talk about the future. They tell stories in movie about how it's going to be science and technology and everything in the future. But in the Bible it's written, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. You understand? The Word is life. The Word is not the written word. The Word is alive. It is living. You understand? So you cannot describe a mechanical future with the essence of a living word. Understand? So God is there. That is the only narrative that exists eternally. The God narrative. The other narratives will pass. So you can't tell me that that someone cannot find God. You might seem very far, the way I said in the previous narrative, that it's a small, shrill voice that tells you, here is hope, take it. And once you follow it, it's going to open up into more light, until you reach a brighter light. Because it's also written that the ones who walked in darkness have seen a great light. And once you've seen this great light, you walk in it eternally. And it's not a fleeting light that you walk at step by step in a kuacha, it leaves you. You walk in it eternally. And that light is about the presence of God. It's about presence. Presence is about being aware, being conscious that God is there with you at any given moment and knows who you are and how you are and exactly what you're going through and everything you're thinking. He knows. He's the one who has put you in that situation. So moving with the presence of God is the essence of this poem. Walking in your primordial shoes. In the primordial, in the beginning, you are with God. So know that you are with Him eternally. There is no moment where He's not. Yeah.
A contradiction of sorts.
Yeah.
You said there's the shrill, small
voice. Yeah.
Now, if it's shrill and small,
yeah,
and this world is very loud and chaotic,
that's the point.
How will you hear it?
The most insignificant thing is what makes the most significant significant. You understand? So without the most insignificant, the significant is not there. So it is small and shrill because it's building up with time, with more presence. The more you walk with that shrill, small voice, the more the world becomes quieter, and the more the small, shrill voice becomes louder. So I told you it's a process that you have to walk. It's a journey. Life is not static. What God promises you is motion, and motion comes with more clarity because you're moving towards a journey and He's showing you more and more of Himself. So it will start from a shrill, small voice, but it will end in that great light that I told you about. Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah.
what I'm getting
Yeah.
through the various episodes we are going through
Yeah.
is one, stillness and silence.
Yeah.
And two, it's a never-ending journey.
Yeah, it's an eternal journey.
An eternal journey.
Yeah.
So, let me ask this then. If it's an eternal journey, Why bother engaging in it?
Because that is what is. There's nothing else that is. As in, there's nothing else. Let me just tell you point blank. There's nothing else. You can't say there's something else to bother with. No, this is what is. And the reason why you're asking that question is because you have not seen the beauty in it. And once you see the beauty in it is when you'll answer, this is why I bothered with it in the past. You understand? So it's about walking that journey to see the pictures, to see the bigger picture, the whole picture in it. And there's always an answer for everything. Because you realize one thing, people are looking for answers from other people, but the questions come from within them. What makes you think that the answers will not come from within themselves? Because that is the source of the question. It has to be the source of the answer. So it's about you being silent, quiet, and minding your own business and walking with your God, because your God has the answers to every question you have. You don't have to go and validate yourself outside there. That is confusion and limitation.
Minding your own business and making God your business.
Making God your business. And if you make God your business, the whole universe will be your business, because God is the whole universe. You love God, you love everything else. If you love God, you love yourself, and you cannot give hate to anyone. There's no duality there. There's no confusion. There's no otherness. You see the other one as you. You understand? The Buddhist says that thou art that, which means you are that. That is not separate from you. You are experiencing it because you are here. And without you, you couldn't experience it, and it couldn't be there. So you are it. There's no separation anywhere. There's no two. Two is an illusion. Two as a number is a number of illusion. Because it divides. It divides and says there's separation. There's no separation. Two in philosophy, in numerology, is not a true number, because this illusion is not true. Yeah.
There's only one.
There's only one. Indivisible.
Well, it's divided itself.
No, there's a lot of variety, but it's one. It's not divided.
It's varietized itself.
Yeah, it's not divided, because if you say divided, there would be the otherness. There's the other one, and they would be contending, but there's no contention anywhere. Yeah.
So it's variety.
It's variety of one
itself.
Yeah.
The same, but a variety of the same.
Like perennial philosophy, which says that all things stem from all perspectives stems from one essence. So there's one underlying philosophy that gives birth to every other thing. Yeah.
Like energy.
Yeah. Explain.
Okay. Everything is energy.
Yeah.
Now this is from science.
Quantum physics.
Quantum. Everything is energy.
Yeah.
And everything, so particles and things like that come together to form matter, to form objects, to form light.
Yeah.
But at the core of even the atoms is energy. So is God energy?
God is the essence of energy. Can you explain what makes that energy show itself? That motion, that vibration, that everything is vibrating. God is the essence that moves everything. God is beyond. You understand? You have to understand that there is beyondness. You can't just say that you are complete without considering what you don't know, the way we talked last week. There is what is beyond you, and that includes your wholeness. So that space, that is the space of God. That is the void that people are trying to fill here with materiality. But they don't realize that that is where God belongs, beyondness. You understand? So that beyondness is what gives the essence for all motion. Like I said, God promises motion. Motion to take you where you belong, to make you realize who you are. And once you realize it, you'll understand the meaning of life. Because you can't have purpose without God. You can't have meaning without God. And if you don't see that meaning you get, it means you are still on the path of realization. Yeah.
You've brought up something important, the meaning of life.
Yeah.
What is the meaning?
God, it's beyond us, but also close to us. You understand? God is the meaning of life, the eternal, the beginning and end. You understand? If you are reasoning in between beginning and end, you haven't found the meaning of life. You understand? Eh? So God is the meaning of life, and He's the one to teach you your purpose, because you have your purpose. You can't be existing out of no reason to of existence. And the only one who can tell you the reason why you exist is your Creator. So if you have no relationship with your Creator, you'll be out here searching for meaning and purpose, and you will never find it. Because once you find something that you feel like can fill the void, it collapses, and you realize it's not it until the day you hear that shrill small voice is when you'll find purpose.
Let me go back to science.
Yeah.
You've said beginning and end.
Yeah.
And then you've said eternal.
Yeah.
Eternal meaning infinite.
Infinite.
Infinite has no beginning, has no end.
But this beginning and end means completeness. The infinite is complete, and it's moving within eternity. So it's not moving as one that is lacking or insufficient. It moves as one that is complete from beginning to end.
So essentially there's no beginning and no end.
There is no beginning, there is no end, yet it's complete. Understand? That the essence of the beginning and end means that there is completion, there is nothing else to add and nothing to subtract. Understand? There is nothing missing. Everything is in place and proper and in order. That's the essence of beginning and end, Alpha and Omega.
I'm not satisfied with that answer.
Why?
Because infinite defines no end.
I'm talking about the completion of infinity. Because for infinity to exist, it has to be complete itself too. You understand?
Complete in what sense?
To be in its essence as infinity. As infinity itself, it has to be complete in essence. Not that there's an end to it or a beginning to it, but its essence is complete. There's nothing missing from it. That's why it's infinity. That's what I'm saying.
There's a concept where they say everything loops back on itself. Sort of like, you see how the infinity sign is?
I know the infinity sign.
So in the sign, there's no beginning.
There's no end.
And there's no end.
Yeah.
And it is complete.
But what I don't agree with it about looping is that it means there's nothing new under the sun. You understand? Yes, there's nothing new under the sun because it is all within the completeness of infinity. But there's no single moment that is the same in all infinity. In all time, there's no single moment that repeats itself as the same. Because every moment is essentially and uniquely itself. So every moment is new. Even if there's not new thing under the sun, every moment is new. What is repeating itself is the limitation of worldviews. That is the only thing repeating itself. But the essence of the moment does not repeat itself because each moment fulfills its purpose once it passes. And once the purpose is fulfilled, there's no point. We have fulfilled that purpose, so we move on to other purposes. Understand? A moment cannot repeat itself unless you are reasoning from limitation. That's when you'll see repetition. Yeah. The primordial shoes. If you can't find usefulness in absence, what can you profit from presence? Do not forget to live while you are searching for life. Let the past and the future be fleeting, but not the moment. Be still and in the space of your void. There's nowhere else for you to feel, and it is never empty. There's no absence even in seemingness. Be for life, for there is nothing against you. Step into your primordial shoes and walk the eternal path. You are forever. Thank you.